I'm Sarah, and this is my rescue story. So, going to church hurts. That sounds terrible to say, I know. So please bear with me. So, I grew up in church, and I heard this phrase so many times. I heard it from my family because the church I grew up in faced splits, church hurts. We lived it. In fact, when I was in elementary school, we left the church. And for a long time, we didn't go back. And as a kid, I didn't understand just how much that would impact me, but it did. And in fact, it impacted us so much that until I was an adult, my parents didn't go back. I went back as a teenager, got saved. I was changed, but I still felt different. Still felt like it wasn't quite home because my family wasn't there with me. There's a lot of families that left that never went back, something I'm brokenhearted about even now. And as an adult, I see this. I see the hurt. I see how much it changed. And so, yes, it hurts sometimes to go to church, but there's healing. So fast forward. Life is lived. I am hurt, sometimes of my own doing, some at the hands of others. And all the while, I go to church. I'm saved. My eternity is sealed, but I'm not free. In fact, I drowned all of this, the hurts, down inside. I hide it to where nobody can see it because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what would people think. What if they saw the real me? What if they knew me? Would I be useful? Would they talk? What would they say? The stares, all of these things I'm afraid of. So I hide them and I serve. All the while I put a smile on my face and I pretend that life is okay. Only a few trusted people know all the things that I've buried deep inside, the scars that I have. And all the while I'm going to church and I'm still hurting. In fact, some of the hurts, some of the wounds are buried so far deep inside that I don't even let God touch them. And so as I go on, I experience my own hurt. I experience family hurt, family abandonment. I experience a whole lot of this. And at some point in time, I go to a church with my family, and we as a whole experience church hurt together. And this is where I learned that not everyone at church is there to support you. They're not all there to love you like Christ does. But that's okay, because they're not Christ. And so as I learn, yeah, it can hurt. And so at some point, I start to withdraw. I isolate. All the while, I'm actually separating myself from the one source of life, the one who can give me freedom and healing from all of this hurt and pain. And I withdraw. But in desperation, I look for something different because I'm looking for healing. I'm looking for healing for the scars. And so I find this place where we're all broken, but that's okay. We don't have to pretend that we've got it all together. We don't have Ken and Barbie families here. We're not all together. We don't pretend. And we actually have a phrase that talks about that. It's okay to not be okay, but we don't stay that way here. We don't have to hide the tears. We don't hide the pain. And so here I'm able to find healing for the hurts, healing for all the wounds. Here I'm free in an environment where we allow that healing for God to take over. The hurts, the habits, the hang-ups, all these things that I've dealt with in my life, I'm allowed to finally turn them loose to Him in a place where that's actually what we encourage, for people to find freedom. And so as I'm saved, now I'm finding freedom. Finding that freedom is such a relief. But guess what? That hurts too. Because in fact, God steps on my toes. And I'd say God's probably stepped on your toes a time or two, because here we have the gospel, the word of God, unapologetic, not filtered, not sugar-coated, and we do not apologize for it. So sometimes hearing that word, it hurts and it's hard. And sometimes finding healing, we have to relive all of those hurts, all of those difficult things. And that can be really, really tough, and it hurts. But there is hope on the other side of it. In fact, God tells us we can take the comfort that we find and we can help others with that same comfort. And I know one thing, God will never hurt you. He tells us in John 16:33, in this world we have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So I know that I'm not done yet. I'm not finished with my healing. And I don't know what other scars I might find that he's going to take over and heal. But I do know one thing. He's not done with me yet. And I'd say he's probably not done with you either. So take heart. Don't let the hurt stop you. Because I'm not letting the hurt stop me this time. I did for a long time. That hurt held me back. But now, I'm going to let that hurt change me so that I can help others and let it change them too.
Love came down and rescued me. He's the word.